Okay, so we are looking at Naya tokens today. This is a very cool deck that decides to go wide rather than go tall, which is definitely not what a lot of decks are doing at the moment. So what we want to do here is play a game plan that revolves around getting Jetmir out. Jetmir is a 4-mana 5/4 that has a bunch of anthems stapled to him. So for each tier of the of his anthems, you get a +1/+0 and some keyword. So for the first one, you get Vigilance. For the second one, you get Trample. And for the third one, your things get Double Strike. And then it just matters that you have 3, 6, and then 9 creatures. So basically, the goal here is to get a Jetmir out and then make a bunch of creatures and then go over our opponent and kill them. So the ways that we're going to do this is there are a few ways, really. So in terms of creating creatures and tokens, we have Gilded Goose. This makes a food token, but it itself is a 0/2 flyer, which is sort of evasive to begin with. And when it gets the buffs from Jetmir and Wedding Announcement, then it can actually be pretty big. Speaking of Wedding Announcement, this can make us some 1/1 white humans, and eventually it can buff our whole team. We also have Adeline Resplendent Cathar. She is a star 4 whose power is equal to the number of creatures you control. And whenever you attack, so not her even, you get to make a 1/1 in a 1v1 situation. So that's pretty nice. It just kind of adds to the board. Sometimes this pushes us over into a new level of Jetmir's abilities, and then this bumps our whole team up, which is pretty good. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is pretty awesome because it just makes 2 bodies, and it also just has utility staple to everything. This thing is just an auto include for every red deck for me at this time. And then let's see, Asika's Chariot can make some 2/2s, and then whenever it attacks, you can make more tokens. Generally, we're going to be copying these 2/2s, but if we Fateful Absence our own things, we could make another clue, or we could copy another food from our Gilded Goose. And then so some enablers and payoffs in this deck, and I guess let's talk about the removal here. We're really only running Fateful Absence, so if we need to remove a problem permanent, well, we're going to have to draw into one of these. There's also Cultivate. This is kind of a thing that helps us get there. You can see we're pretty heavily on the 3-drop slot, so we just need to make sure that we can get there. Cultivate is going to help us basically get to our top end. Once we hit our Cultivate, then we are there. We don't play anything more than 5. And then let's take a look at the Hideaway enchantments. These are 2 fight riggings and 2 rabble rousings. So fight riggings, you've seen me play before. This is a pretty cool card. Generally, you want to play this with something that is going to be very close to that 7 power, and luckily Jetmir is very close. If we have just 3 creatures, then he's essentially a 6/4, and then you can fight rigging and make him a 7/5. Which will trigger fight rigging. So it's pretty easy to get one of these off, and then you'll be good from there. Presumably you'll just get one more value piece and then hopefully bridge the gap to victory. There's also Rabble Rousing. This is another very good card. Whenever you attack in, you just basically make a bunch of tokens, and then if you end up getting 10 wide to the point where you'll have just a bunch of Jetmirs, you'll be able to cast whatever you found off of the Hideaway trigger. So this is going to produce a lot of little blockers, and generally we can get wide enough to where our opponent is going to have problems. If they have board wipes, then, well, that just sucks for us. But I've played decks that are like tribal single target removal, kind of playing against the format, and this deck kind of eats those up. In the land base, we are all Naya. It's pretty much how I'll usually do these things. I am running a bit more basic lands just to deal with how many cultivates we have. So that is the deck. Let's go and make some wide boards. Here we go. Okay, let's go. We're here in round 1. A quick plug: if you are enjoying the content, please do drop a subscribe and a like. That helps me out so much. So I see the 2 mana required to cast the Fateful Absence, so I'm just going to hope that we draw into a 3rd mana source here. Wedding Announcement will get us going, Fight Rigging will find us something, and then maybe we'll be good. Kemba's Outfitter, okay. Well, we're going to definitely need to kill whatever they attack their hammer to. This is just a Shadow Sphere. They chose something in their hand, so that is probably the hammer. That means we need to shock and Sacred Foundry and protect against that equip. And now we're in a little bit of trouble here. Forging the Tyrate Sword, that's different. Do they cast Hammer here? They appear to not. I can kill their creature. I think I'd rather just take 2. Fizzle any sort of equip with a hammer. We found our 3rd land, that's good. I'm gonna get a green here maybe. Get one of the most prevalent types. Pass on in, see what my opponent does. Forging the Tyrate Sword, so they are trying to get Halvar. Sigarda's aid, okay. So I'm gonna have to kill the creatures, and now they have Fervent Champion. Oh man. Well, that means that I am probably just taking a hammer. We're gonna see whatever they put this on, and then I'm gonna wait till combat so that they can't reattach. Fateful Absence on Fervent Champion. And now we're looking pretty in trouble if we can't find a blocker or something. Shadow Sphere can give something trample. Yeah, we're looking like we're in trouble here. The Fateful Absence draw is huge though. They're down to 1 card left, but they can search for a Halvar now. And that's another creature. That's a bummer. So they're going to definitely cast the creature side of this, I think. Equip to Kemba's, okay. And then he just triggers on beginning of each combat, okay. So they're going to attack in. Kill Kemba's Outfitter. And then now I just need to build a bunch of little creatures here. So do I do Fable? I think I do Fable. And then we're gonna maybe need to start jet mirroring to get big. I can discard 2 of my legendary things next turn, try to find a land and play a jet mirror. Or I can Wedding Announcements. Wedding Announcements gets going, which is pretty good. Okay. They're going to play Halvar, and they can attach Colossus Hammer. We just can't attack yet. So they're setting up a lethal... Oh, okay, well he's got a hammer on him now. Oh my god, he's going to be huge. He could have put the secondary hammer in there. That's surprising. He has Double Strike, and he's going to get Trample. So I found my land. That means I can get a Jet Mirror. It's not going to matter that we're like super dead. Fight Rigging won't help. I can get a creature out with Wedding Announcements. And then maybe surprise Jet Mirror or something. It's pretty tough. Asika's Chariot does make me the most stuff. Maybe I'll do that. I mean, they're already pushing 28 damage. They can deal like 80 to me, I think. They should have put the other Colossus Hammer on. It's going to be a no from me. And if they realize that Shadow Sphere gives their stuff trample, then they got it. 24, this is 48 damage. And cool, they got the thing. Alright, wow, that is absolutely brutal. 50 damage out of a Halvar. If I had my removal spell here, I would have been really happy. We'll declare no block and take our lethal damage. Okay, that was round 1. Sometimes you just get hammered. Let's move on to round 2. Alright, we're here in our round 2. Cultivate, that's a good start, and we have Fateful Absence to block for us. Alright, we're going to find a mountain here. And there's our mountain. Beautiful. Ooh, alright, no play out of our opponent. That's good. Get to hold this up. So, Cultivate will need to find our second white source. Then maybe another green for Asika's. Big spender. Okay. For 3 mana, we can get a Cultivate out. That's going to find at least a white, and then we found Stomping Ground, so we have green, red. I almost want to go for another white source since we do have a lot of white creatures in the deck. Or white spells in Adeline, Fateful, Wedding Announcements. You know the deal. Okay, so 5 mana next turn is Adeline plus Fateful. Swashbuckler Extraordinaire, trade token. Wow, okay, that's interesting. This thing's double strike. We get Rabble Rousing here. Can't do anything with it yet, but that's good to know. Actually, you know what? Asika's Chariot's far better. Those just straight up block with all of these. Oh, and they can give double strike though. That's kind of weird. Yeah, so I can't block here. So I'll take 8. Wow, that's actually pretty significant. Oh god, it's Ilharg. Well, I'm glad I saved my Fateful Absence. So do I trade Nasika's Chariot here? When it becomes blocked to create a treasure token, I'll take 4. It's fine. And then this is look at... Oh, this is put a creature from your hand. Okay. So I think that just cannot be allowed to live. Whenever you attack, make that many tokens. I need more mana before I can Rabble Rousing and feel good about it. I can Asika's Chariot again and Fateful Absence. So then maybe I just pay the 2 life for this. Kill Ilharg. Oh right, he has the God Clause. Forgot about this. I can swing in with Asika's Chariot and then make 2 more. So let's do that. Or make 1 more and then make 2 more. Swing in, copy. See if they'd like to block here. They would not. And then we just come in with another Asika's Chariot or another Adeline. Yeah, I'll Asika's Chariot. Okay, let's keep, it doesn't really matter. Okay, end turn. So we do have the ability to block. I will trade for Swashbuckler, which is, I guess, now pretty not, or it's like pretty irrelevant. This is 8. Let's see. Do I just drop these in the way? Do I trade with Asika's Chariot? I think I just put 2 things in the way. I don't want to take 8 damage. And you know what? I get to trade for one of these for free. So I'll get rid of the thing that's giving them treasures. Alright. So I have 5, 6 mana. Alright, so Gilded Goose plus Rabble Rousing? Or is it Adeline? I think it's probably Rabble Rousing, because I can make a bunch of creatures that way. Rabble Rousing. Wedding Announcement is good. Asika's Chariot might need to be what I need to play, though. Because Wedding Announcements is a little slow. This gives me creatures now to block. That means I can safely block with an Asika's Chariot and not feel too bad about it. Okay, so then if I attack, I make 2 more creatures. If I attack with Asika's Chariot, it's pretty good. Too bad I can't play Adeline this turn. So here's Gilded Goose. That may just need to block, so I will just do this, swing in. See if they'd like to trade. I would like to make a copy of a cat. So now we've got blockers. They go to 12. Next turn we can gain some life after we chump block. Maybe Rabble Rousing can get us to where we need to be. Torbrand, sure, I'm just going to be putting blockers in the way. Okay, well, I have less blockers now. These have double strike, so I just need to block the biggest stuff. Doesn't matter how I block because my things will die. We go to 4. Jetmir. Jetmir doesn't do it. But I still have 7 mana, so I have to just cast both of these. My stuff can get double strike. So if I attack with both of those, actually I'll just do a Seeker's Chariot. Yeah, I'll attack with Seeker's Chariot. Oh, no, hold up. So Jetmir, I don't want to die, so I'm going to use him. Plus this way I can attack more. Yeah, much better. 1, 2, 3. They can trade for Seeker's Chariot if they'd like. Target one of these. Okay. Everything just got really big. I will keep this a Seeker's Chariot. Now our stuff has double strike as well. And yeah, we're looking a lot better now. We just popped off. So they are going to trade for with Torbrand. And they're dead, actually. Yeah, so we have them here. Cool. We just got really big there in the last few seconds. And this just shows you what this deck can really do. Alright, so that was our round 2. Let's move on to round 3. Alright, round 3 coming in. We have 3 mana and we have our Fight Rigging and Fable. I like this start. Fable will have to find... Oh, actually we already have our 2 white mana for Adeline. Cool. So the question is Fable first or Fight Rigging? Because I could try to curve into an Asika's Chariot, which I now realize that I can do. I'm going to not show the green yet. I'm going to just surprise him with a Fight Rigging. So I'm thinking I'm going to Fight Rigging first. Then we can Asika's Chariot and then start to Fable. Jetmir is good. Yeah, Jetmir is really good. Unless they destroy the Fight Rigging, this feels sick. Yo, it's an Ickermoon Gauntlet build. Okay. I like to see that. That's very cool. If you haven't seen my video on Ickermoon Gauntlet, highly recommend you guys check that out. It's a very cool video. So I think because they're going to want to play Planeswalkers, a Fable seems really annoying for them to deal with. So we'll Asika's Chariot for that matter, but we'll see. So as Fight Rigging ticks up, I want to start building my board out. And we're going to see if they decide to start wrapping. So that was probably a Doomscar. I'll get rid of my 2 lands. Gilded Goose. And the Chariot Goose. This puts out somewhat annoying move to combat. I guess I could have... Okay, so yeah, this is pretty annoying for my opponent because these are low value creatures and I will be making more next turn. I'm going to keep this Gilded Goose around. Yeah, so there's the Doomscar. That makes sense. They should... Okay, so they misplayed there. They should have put it on my Fable the Mirrorbreaker to create my Kiki token before that resolved. So I'm not really bothered by this. I can just I have one. This is a treasure. So I have 6 mana. I can Adeline Fable. Yeah, I think I'll want to have her. 3, 4. I can 1, 2. Asika's Chariot. Swing. Let's put a counter on the Chariot. And then I don't need to crew it again. We're going to swing in. I'm going to make another copy of Shaman, I think. They're going to need to have a land and the board wipe. Let's try this. We have a 6/6. So next turn we do get to do the thing. End turn, Asika's Cherry goes back. They need to find the board wipe here, otherwise they're just straight up dead. Okay. So I was on the other side of this interaction when I was playing the Ickerman Gauntlet deck quite a lot. You basically just need to wrath the board and get there. The build that I was playing was pretty heavy on 2 and 3 drops. Or sorry, it was pretty heavy on the 4 drop slot. So the 2 and 3 was pretty empty. And you kind of saw a lot of games happen like this where you just got ran over. But this was a pretty good indication of what this deck can do. I mean, you saw Adeline get pretty darn big here. Asika's Chariot made like 5 tokens happen. So, pretty good. Let's go ahead and move on to round 4. Alright, we got our round 4 here. This is more rickety of a hand. Gilded Goose does mean that we do get a Fable out on turn 3. Or, sorry, turn 2. YOLO. If they have exactly 1 mana black removal spell or 1 mana red removal spell for Gilded Goose, I'm going to look pretty silly here. So I think I now have a choice of Fable or Wedding Announcements. I think I might do Fable in case they kill the Goose, because I won't have a way to get red as of now. Alright, see what they do. There's the red mana. And is it a play with fire? It is. That's a shock, okay. Well, let's draw that untapped land on turn 3, yeah? Otherwise this game is going to be tough. Okay, it's dragons. It's not the worst thing in the world. Let's see, so are they going to have a turn 4 play? Maybe. Let me just kill this now. Alright, hopefully that gets them off their curve for a turn or 2, and I can draw into what I need. They're considering using that clue, so this is a very good turn for me. We draw our 3rd Wedding Announcement, so if we can actually get a 3rd land, we might be able to do something cool here. 4th land, now things get scary. Town Razor Tyrant, non-basic. Okay, I don't care about that. That's actually lucky that I wasn't playing anything like that. I'm going to sack the food now because I don't have any other use for it. And I get the feeling that we are going to need this life. So let's say Fable now, discard Wedding, rabble-rousing. Look for more lands next turn. We can stabilize land-wise, we're going to feel pretty good. If they destroy Fable, then I feel sad, but 5 mana with a red spell, how are they going to do that? I think they're just playing a bunch of dragons. The name of this game is going to be who can kill the other person first. Fiery Impulse, okay. So they don't want me making mana. Okay, do they have another play? They don't. That's really, really good. We are so lucky to see that happen. Get rid of those 2. We have Cultivate here. Cultivate is good. This puts 1 into the battlefield tapped. I think it's this is the move because I can just ramp to 5 right now. It take a little damage, but it is what it is. So one of these does need to be white. The other one could be green, maybe. I mean, based on the colors that we have right now, it needs to be double white. I guess I'll take double white. That doesn't really feel like the right move, but I can do what I have to do. So we get 1 creature out of Fable this turn. We can Wedding Announcement. Okay, Laughless needs to die. We cannot be having a Laughless around, so this turn is going to be Fateful Absence plus Wedding Announcement. Kill. Well, yeah, if I just add a line next turn, we still get to trigger. Alright. We got 2 creatures. there's still a chance we can punch through. We have a Jetmir anytime we want, and we have Adeline whenever we want. I think the move is going to be Adeline, and then if I can get another land to play Wedding Announcement, that feels really good. Then the final turn will be another Jetmir. Opportunistic Dragon, huh? Alright, they take my 1/1. That's like surprisingly relevant. Okay, so we find the land. We're going to pay life for that, which was probably not smart because now I'm going to be almost dead. Any shock does it. And Adeline. If I attack here, Kiki dies, but I get a creature out of it. Alright, Adeline gets bigger. We go to 1, and then we have to just one-shot our opponent. So, Jetmir is almost big enough to give us Vigilance Trample. And now that matters less. We go to 1. Okay, so do we have an answer here? Jetmir? Doesn't do anything. Well, he gives our things vigilance, but we don't have flying blockers, enough flying blockers, that is. I don't think I can make any move other than Gilded Goose, or sorry, Gilded Goose, copy Gilded Goose. So I could stay alive here. Everything's got vigilance. So I have to avoid removal for Gilded Goose and damage to face. Alright. See what happens. We do get to transform this. There's a chance we make it out of this at 1 life. Let's see what they do here, though. They have Spit Flame. Okay, so that's not a dragon. They could have killed me. They could have killed me. That's crazy. They just missequenced. If they had done this the other way. Yeah. I don't... Interesting. Is there a trigger that I'm missing? So they want to Gilded Goose. Copy Gilded Goose. Get another food. So now this trades with that. I am confused by this play. Wow. Did our opponent just throw us the game? Asika's Chariot. And then 3, 6, 9 is the one that gives me double strike. So let's go ahead and crew this using one of these. That gives everything double strike and we just go in. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, so we should not have won that game. But that is just pretty fortunate. Cool, so we're going to get in here and deal a lot of damage to our opponent. Alright, the token deck made it through. Granted, this was not a very high sweat level of a game, but we made it through anyway. Cool. That was our round 4. We got 1 more to go. Let's play round 5. Alright, we've got the last game of the day here. Perfect Naya mana base, all basic lands. This gets us to Wedding Announcement, but we don't really have creatures. Fateful Absence proved last game to be pretty valuable. So let's see if the Fateful Absence with no creatures hand is actually worth keeping. Well, we drew another Fateful Absence, so that's good. Play the green next. We have double Fateful. Well, I feel better about this already. Okay. Optech Huntmaster. Otepec Huntmaster. Dinosaurs. Okay. This seems like something that needs to not be around anymore. Let's Fateful Absence it. And then we have Wedding Announcement immediately if they play something that is warranting removal. So it's another Huntmaster. So what I'll do is I'm going to play another one of these and make them be slow. Then we get Asika's Chariot next turn or Wedding Announcement. I think we'll do Wedding Announcement. Another Dino. Okay. So this is truly just, I want to drop a bunch of big bombs on your head. Another Otepec. Okay, so I can Jetmir, and then if I draw 2 CMC thing I can double spell, but it doesn't really seem likely. Wedding Announcement getting off the ground early is good. Then that means that Asika's Chariot might produce big enough blockers to block one of the big creatures. I know that I need to get an Adeline down eventually. I think that playing Asika's Chariot is a smart move, because if I draw Cultivate, that means I can double spell on 2/3 drops. Okay, here's Asika's Chariot. Don't need to make it a creature yet. So does something big come down here? Charging Montresaur. 5 mana vanilla 5/5. We're gonna have to just take 5 here. So yeah, hope we get something good here. Adeline, not quite big enough yet. We get an untapped land, so I'm just gonna have to save this. I can Asika's Chariot again, and then I'll have enough blockers for the Montresaur. I can also do the same with Wedding Announcement, but I think I need to have something ready for, or I need to be able to double spell the following turn. Okay, so just Asika's Chariot. This feels pretty bad. Hopefully they don't have another bomb to drop on my head. They're thinking for a while about giving something haste. Let's keep the one with without summoning sickness. Alright. Okay. They're still looking for for a bomb. Okay, they found their land. That's scary. This means their next turn is going to be good. Another one of these. Jesus. Do I take 10? Well, I can enable this. Get a little bit of a trade going. Have to take another 5. That's wild. Okay. I'll still have 6 power on the board. Adeline will come in as a 4/4. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna have 8 power on board. That's good. Okay, so is it double Wedding Announcements time? I think it is. Okay, so I can go in for 2 for free and then ask if they want to block, but I need to be able to block a big thing next turn. Plus, I don't really care about getting the draw trigger off of Wedding Announcements. So we have to survive a little bit longer. My Adeline next turn does it. I think I will need to attack, though, to trigger Wedding Announcement draws. Yeah, Carnage Tyrant. Forgot about this card. Wow. At least it doesn't have haste. Do they have a fight effect? What's happening? Oh, they can give it haste, right? Okay. Well, I can still trade with the Carnage Tyrant. I can survive pretty well here. Oh, they're not attacking. Wow. Okay, they're afraid. That's huge. Adeline. 6/4. Trades with Carnage Tyrant. Do I care to attack with these 2/1/1s? Having cards would be good. And I can't afford to I can afford to block, so we're gonna swing in. And oh yeah, that's right. We do get to go wide. I mean, they get to block everything for free. Gonna hover with my hand, see if they care. Okay. I should have attacked with 1, so that was a mistake. Good to know. Well, the same thing would have happened. Okay, so we get a Gilded Goose and Fable for next turn. Gishoth, yow. Okay. We're gonna need to block Gishoth. So I have to double block. And then I can... It doesn't really matter how I do this. I think we might not make it. We were close. Wedding announcements will flip. Yeah, I don't think we can go wide enough. I'm at 1. Literally anything does it. Okay, Stomping Ground kills me. Here's Fable. Here's Gilded Goose, and yeah, they can just attack right through this. I think. Wedding announcements do flip. Gilded Goose. I can gain 2 life, which is actually, or I can gain 3 life, which is relevant. Create the food. Be in topped, and say go. I mean, yeah, that's something. Other dinosaurs have haste, and I think this just gets them wide enough. Other dinosaurs, okay. I mean, maybe not. They can give that haste, yeah. Okay. So how do they attack? They just go all in. Okay, so 4 blocks here, 2, 3, 3 block here, 5, 5 blocks here, 5 blocks, and then before damage, gain 3 life, go to 1. Oh wait, no, 7/6. I'm exactly dead. Ugh. Carnage Tyrant, why are you a 7/6 and not a 6/6? Okay. Well, I died to trample damage. That's pretty fitting against a Gruul deck. Anyway, so that was our look here at Naya tokens. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a pretty fun one. Definitely the Strength of Wedding announcement got us through there in addition to Fable. I mean, we're playing generally very strong cards in their own right. But you did get to see Jetmir go off a little bit, and I hope you enjoyed that. So if you liked the video and want to support me, drop a like, drop a subscribe. I'm building the channel, and I'm happy that you guys are here watching the videos. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.